All right, ladies and gentlemen. So today we have here the index key. Now, it looks fairly simple, but essentially we don't have a dimension from this bottom part to the top, or from after this angled line all the way to the end. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. I have a nice trick to show you. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically draw out on the object line whatever I can. And after that, I'm going to start creating some construction lines because we have some circles here. I am also going to be doing the angled line as well. We know how to do the angled line off of the other problems. For example, the channel plate, the slider block as well. All right, so let's get to it. I'm going to bring up the drawing right now. 1 second. Classwork. All right, here we go. Index key. So I have it here already done. I'm going to erase it and do it again. So again, I'm going to start with, let me turn on my construction layer and delete these lines as well. All right, so I am going to turn on my object layer. No, object layer. All right, here we go. So I'm going to make sure I have my ortho mode on. I'm going to start about here. I'm going to go down 3 inches. All right, I'm going to go down 6 inches, and I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to come back up top. I'm going to type in 1. I'm going to turn off my ortho mode real quick because we want to get an angled line. I don't want it to conflict. I'm going to type in 1.5. And I'm going to do tab. Remember, we want 45 degrees. So we are at the 0 degree mark. I'm going to go down 45 degrees, right? Now, I'm going to turn on ortho mode again. So to do this, we have to make sure we have our constraints on. So we have to have, I like to do endpoint, midpoint, center, quadrant, intersection, extension, perpendicular, tangent, parallel. So this one's going to be based off of the perpendicular constraint, right? Perpendicular means that two lines that run alongside each other but never intersect or touch. So I'm going to drag my mouse over here. I'm going to put my mouse on this endpoint constraint. And if I move up, you see right there, perpendicular constraint comes up and a green line. I'm going to click right there, and then I'm going to click right here. Voila, there you go. Now, we have that set. I'm going to get my circles ready, and I'm going to start dimensioning. So to get my circles ready, I'm going to go to my construction layer property. I'm going to type in X line. After I type in X line, I'm going to do everything from here. I'm going to do my vertical, my horizontal. The reason being is because all the measurements are coming from the left side. Now, I'm going to offset. I'm going to offset this by 1, right? Type in 1. Now I have to type in 2.5. So after I do 2.5, let's see, 2.5. Now I'm going to do 2 inches from here. So I'm going to click this line. I'm going to type in 2 inches, right? So these are my center points for my circle. I'm going to go back into my object layer property. I'm going to click circle in the draw ribbon, center diameter, that drop down menu right here, because we're given diameter. Again, this is diameter symbol. Radius is going to be R. So go right here. Now our diameter is 0.75, and then I'm going to click this again, 0.75. You either want your perpendicular or you want your intersection constraint to pop up. 0.75, there we go. Now, I'm going to turn off my construction layer property, and I'm going to get my center layer property going. Now, we have to create center marks. So I'm going to go to annotate, center mark, click this circle right here, this circle right here, press escape. Sorry. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go home. After that, click dimension. We're going to get some dimensioning going. Now, I'm going to do the aligned dimension first because it's the only one that's there. I'm also going to get the angular dimension. So drop down menu, angular. There we go. Right about there. I'm going to move this out a little more. To move it out, all you got to do is click the dimension, hit the blue dot right there, and drag. Okay? So, I notice a lot of you guys are using this dimension. Please do not use that dimension. Please use this as we go along. It's going to get a little harder, okay? Now I'm going to get my diameter. I'm going to do that right here. 0.75. 0.75. There we go. Now I'm going to do linear for everything else. So I have to do linear right here, linear right there. That's about right. Then I have to do linear again. I'm going to speed this up real quick. I'm hoping you guys know how to dimension. We should all know how to dimension by now. We've only been doing it for about a month. Also remember, when we're dimensioning, aim for the endpoint right here and this line right here. Also the endpoint right here. We don't want the yellow lines really going into the dimensions itself. Some of you were doing it from here and had a yellow line coming out all the way. I'm not really going to take points off of that, but I would like for us to have neater drawings, okay? So I think I'm done right here. I'm going to save. So we go to File, Save As, your last name, Index key, okay? I'll see you guys next video.